So inshallah we will learn ayat number 68 to 71 of Surah Fatir. We'll do a simple translation first. The ayats today mostly are about the qudrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and about those who reject and deny the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and what will be their punishment on the day of judgment. So the ayat number 68 it starts with A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. Huvalladhi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning about himself. He is here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yuhyi, he gives life. Wa yumitu, and he causes or gives death. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions fa'ida qada amran, and then when or whenever he decides, he judges, he decrees a matter or an affair. فَإِنَّمَا, then only yaqulu, he says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, lahu, about this thing that he is deciding, kun, be or become or happen, fayakun, then that thing comes into existence and it is there. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pointing about those people to whom the message is given but they deny and reject the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alam tara, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing the Prophet and the reader of the Quran. Have you not seen? Have you not come to know? Have you not considered? Ilal ladina, about those people. Yujadiluna, those people who dispute, who disagree, who argue, fi ayatillahi, about the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or about the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making a statement about them, anna yusrafun, so how or where they are turning away, what's happening to them. So that's the end of ayat number 69. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions another group of people, or they may be the same people, and they have a different attitude and behavior, which is that they deny and reject the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alladina, those people, kadzabu, they deny, they reject, bil kitabi, of the book. And this could be the book Al-Quran, that when Quran is being presented, these people are rejecting and denying. Then Allah further says, وَبِمَا أَرْسَلْنَا, and also those that we have sent, bihi, with which, rusulana, our messengers. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that not only they are denying this book, but in the past we have sent other messengers and we sent books with them. These people are denying all that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again mentions the result of or end of these people. فَسَوْفَ يَعْلَمُونَ, so soon these people will find out that what is the consequence of denying the books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes the attention of the reader to the day of judgment for about these people who in this worldly life dispute with the signs and verses of Allah, as well as they deny and reject the books of Allah. What will be the end of these people on the day of judgment? They will be punished and they will be sent to the hell. So a scene of the hell is being mentioned here. Idil aghlalu, when there will be the time upon these people when the shackles, now the shackles are the iron collars which are put inside in the neck, around the neck, like just to control the animals. Same thing will be done to these people, that on the day of judgment in the hellfire, they will be tied, or the shackles will be placed fi a'naqihim, around their necks. Was-salasilo, and the chains, there will be chains these people will be tied to. Yushabun, and they will be dragged with that kind of setup. And then Allah further says, Fil hamimi, in the boiling water. So if we continue reading the 2 ayat, it means they are being in the boiling water and they are being dragged in that hot boiling water while they are wearing these collars and chains. Thumma, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, in the fire, finnari, in the fire. So first it's about the boiling water, and then is the nar, the fire. Yusjarun, they will be burned, and this is like a pushing, shoving someone to burn in there. So these are the simple meanings of these ayats. So we'll go back inshallah and do the breakdown. The couple things here is the ayat starts with the word huwa alladhi. Huwa is a pronoun and it is he or it. Now in this ayat, it is maybe that in the previous ayats, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is being mentioned, or he is mentioning himself, and this time he is just pointing to himself. Huwa, he is Allah. Alladhi, it is, it is. So that's the simple translation. Now after that there are 2 words, yuhyi wa yumitu. I want to spend a couple minutes on the formation of these things. Is that 99% of the Arabic words start with 3 letters, and here let's take these 3 letters, ha, ya and ya, and another 3 letters, mim, vav and ta. 3 letters, so all the words, the root letters which belong are 3 letters, we classify them in a group which is called fa'ala. Fa'ala has 3 letters, and this is the name of the groups or name of the babs, that whenever you have 3 root letters, they will belong to the group of the letters, root letters, which is represented by the word fa'ala. Then we start making, okay, so first of all, these 3 letters, ha, ya and ya, it means to have life or to be alive, which means it is talking about one person who has life or who is alive. Okay. Similarly, these 3 letters, mim, vav and ta, it means to die. Someone die is used for that. Mouth. Okay. Now in Arabic we make bigger words, and one of the classification is that we add an alif in the beginning of these 3 letters, and it is pronounced as af'ala. We are not doing the grammar. I want to point, that's the reason I'm writing these things. We are not making the grammar right now. We are not going into past, present or future tense. We are just making bigger words starting from the 3 letters. So one classification is that we add an alif in the beginning. So this letter, this word becomes alif, ha, ya and ya. So now this is a 4-letter word. Here this becomes alif, mim, vav and ta. 4 letters. Now we will pronounce them or correct the pronunciation, but first of all, why did we add and what change it brought in the meaning? When we add an alif in the beginning, it becomes first of all, it becomes the activity of 2 people. Here is only one person involved. He is living or he is dying. But in the four letters, two people or two persons or two individuals are involved, and the meaning changes to give life. So someone is giving life and someone is taking life. So that is the meaning of four letters here. Okay. Similarly, here it becomes to give death or to cause death. Okay. Now we know by the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who gives life and He is the one who gives death. So two are involved. A person is living, becoming alive, or he's dying, and someone is doing that to him. So that is the first change in the meaning of the word by adding an alif. Okay. Now how to pronounce this correctly? The sound of these three is fa'ala. The sound of these four letters is you combine alif that you're adding now with a fa, so it becomes af, and then you put two fathas there, af-ala. So we should pronounce both of these letters with the same pronunciation, but we'll have to fix something. So this will become aha, ya, and this becomes va, ta. Okay. So now the thing is that if I write down them together, this last letter ya that has a fatha or zabar on it is represented by a short alif which is called alif maqsura. So this will become aha, or actually to further simplify even before that, if I take this one middle ya with a fatha, its sound is ah. So I will just write down this aha ya. So the word ahya means to give life. The word hayaya means to have life. The word ahya means to give life. Because there are two similar things, I can drop the last one, don't worry about that one. Here, waw with a fataha or zabar has the sound of alif. So we change this to a vertical alif and pronounce as amata. So these are the starting words now. Ahya means to give life. Amata means to give death. Opposite words. Okay. So these are the starting point for those two words which are in the Quran. Now we are going to start making the grammar. We want to say he gave life, and he gave, or he gives life and he gives death. Third person. So when we make the grammar, we add a ya in the beginning with a dhamma or a pesh. So if I pronounce this one with this one, then actually you apply on these four letters. So this will become yoho yi. Yohi means he gives life, that's the word in the Quran. This one you put a ya in the beginning with the dhamma, and this is pronounced as yomito because the grammar is yuf'ilu. Yomito. Okay. Yomito means he gives death. Yohi means he gives life. The reason I went through all these details, we have done many times, because here, first of all, whenever you start, you have to see if you want to make a bigger word. And in this case, we had to make a bigger word from three letters. Then you come to the grammar part of it, and grammar is based on the certain rules that if it is a third person, you add a ya in the beginning. If you are in this bab, you add a dhamma on top of that. So it will be yuhyi wa yumito. So these are the words in the Quran. He is Allah. He it is. Yuhyi, he gives life. Wa, and Yomito, he gives death or he causes someone to die. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions a different thing. فَإِذَا قَضَى عَمْرًا. Here, I just want to point out that first let's look at the root letters Qaf, Duad, and Ya. These three letters mean the Qadi, we know, someone who is judging something, someone who is deciding about something, someone who is decreeing something is Qada. Okay, so this is the meaning. So when we put the three fathas, it becomes the grammar of third person past tense, and this is written as Qada. Qada means he judged or he decided or he decreed. Qada, this last letter with the alif, with the ya and fatha is written as long ya but a short alif, so it's alif maksura. So qada. Qada means he decided, he judged, he decreed. Now here it is iza and fa. These are two letters, two words before that. Fa means then. Okay, and I'll mention one more thing because fa is coming few times here. Iza word means when, and this iza is used for the future or whenever. Okay, so now the qada means he judged or he decided, but iza is very powerful. It will pull this in the meaning of whenever he decides in the present tense. So faiza qada, and whenever he decides or he judges or he decrees, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what does he decide or plans about something is amran. The word is amrun. Amrun means matter or affair. Any matter or any affair when he decides to do something. Whenever he decides to do something. If he decides to bring an earthquake, that's his decision. That's called matter or amr. This word amrun is coming as a maf'ul or object, and when it comes an object, we change two fathas with an alif. It becomes amran. So meaning is whenever he decides or he decrees a matter, that whenever he wants to do something. So what happens whenever he decides that? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The response is that فَإِنَّمَا يَقُولُ. Okay, so here fa means then or so. Okay, this word innama should be read together without any break in between, otherwise meaning will change. Innama means only, exclusively. Okay, so that's the word meaning of innama. So then innama only, then the word is qawla. Qawlam, qaf wa lam means to say. When you put a ya in the beginning, it becomes the grammar of third person, present tense. Yaqulu, he says. Now he doesn't have to say with his tongue, but here it is, the sentence is saying yaqulu means he indicates, or whatever Allah, the way Allah speaks or says about something, that is the word yaqulu is used for that. Because of the limitation of the language, it may be that his intention is there and things will happen. But here the word is, especially the yaqulu is being used in the Quran, so we should translate accordingly. فَإِنَّمَا يَقُولُ, then after he has decided something to happen, only he says. He doesn't have to plan or do anything or execute in a long term basis. He just says. What does he says? First word is lahu. Lam with a zabar here, fatha and hu. This who lam should be translated about or to, many ways. About and who is pronounced it, and it is pointing to the matter. He says about it, or he says to it something. What does he say? Kun fayakun. And these are very common things that are known, but root letters are kaf, waw, and noon. And this means to be or to become. Okay? If I just combine these two without waw, it becomes an amr, a command, be or become, happen. He says be means come into existence or do or whatever it has to happen. He just say kun. Again, this is for our understanding, our limited knowledge and limited languages, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining to us that all he has to do is say happen or become. So what happens? Fa means so, and yakuno means it happens. Okay? So fa yakuno, it happens. If he says earth should be destroyed, that's all, it will be destroyed. If he says an earthquake has to strike, it will happen. So it's the command and power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that in the case of a being where the life exists, it goes through the cycle of life, giving and giving death and giving life. And then whatever he decides, all he does is say to it, be, happen, and it happens. It becomes. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about those people who are disputing with the signs or verses or books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alam tara. This is this surah we read all the time. Alam tara kaifa fa'ala. Alam tara, have you not seen, or you have not come to know, or did you not know? There are many meanings of that. Have you not seen? Lam is used for negative, and when it combines with the alif, it becomes a question mark. Alam, is it not that tara, you saw or you have seen? What is talking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the reader of the Quran, have you not come to know something that he is mentioning after that? Ila ladina. Ila means to or about. And allazina means those. Allazi is singular, means he. Allazina means one person, he. But when you put a noon, it becomes plural. Allazina means those people. So there Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about those people, some people. So when you read them together, you do not pronounce ilah, you just remove this little alif there and combine this lam with this lam. Ilal ladhina. Have you not come to know about those people? Who are those people? Some people, the root letters are jim, dal, and lam. Okay. The root are three, so they belong to the group of the words fa'ala. The meaning of jadala is to fight. When two armies are fighting, this word is used, to fight. Okay. We are going to make a bigger word, 4-letter word. But this time, the format of the 4-letter is that we take these 3 letters and add an alif here after the first letter. So it becomes fa'ala. So this becomes 4 letters, but now it is jadala. Jadala has a different meaning. Jadala means to dispute or to argue. झगड़ा करना. Okay, so it's not jadala means to fight physically. The two armies are fighting, but jadala is like a with a verbal way. You are disputing, you're disagreeing, you are having an argument. That is the word jadala. So jadala and jadala have these different meanings. This is the word which is being used in the Quran. The word is yujadiluna. Jadilu. Jadilu is jadi. Okay. So if I put a ya in the beginning with a dhamma, it becomes the third person's grammar. You. Wow and noon brings the plural in there. So yujadiluna, they dispute or they are disputing. Alam tara ila lazina, have you not come to know about those people? Yujadiluna, they are disputing, they are having an argument, they are disagreeing with what? Fi ayatillah. Common words. The important thing is that the word is ayatun. We have done it few times. Ayatun means one sign or one verse of the Quran. Ayatun. Single one. When we make the plural, the rule is that you keep these, and on the ya there was an fataha, you change the short alif and open up the ta and write it this way. Ayatun. Ayatun means signs or verses. Then you combine these with the word Allahu and join them together. So when you combine them, putting off in between, mudaf mudaf ilayh, so this Allahu will change to Allahi, and one dhamma will go away, so it becomes Ayatullahi. Then fi is a harf jar. Fi means in this case about, and fi will change this one dhamma to one zair or one kasra. So fi ayatillahi, about the signs or verses of Allah. Have you not come to know about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing the reader? Have you not come to know or have not seen those people? There are some people in every society. Yujadiluna, they are disputing, they are disagreeing. Fi ayatillahi, about the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or if the Quran is being presented, they are disputing with the verses of the book. Then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is like is making a statement of two words here. And word is anna yusrafun. Like you say something, for example, you are advising someone and he is not listening to you. So at the end you will say, Kya ho gaya isko? What happened to him? Okay. In a way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Anna yusrafun. So how? Where? They are going away. What is happening to them that they are disputing with the signs of Allah? And he has mentioned that what is the authority and the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they are doing this. So the word is Anna. Anna is written together, is pronounced together. Anna means how. How is kaifa. Also another meaning is kaifa, close to that. How. And then the word is sarafa. Sarafa means to turn away. Actually, so sarafa, to turn away, go away, kahin chala jana. Anna yusrafun. So if you put a ya in the beginning and vuna at the end, it becomes third person's grammar, plural. But when we put a pesh, it becomes a passive voice. So it is yusrafuna. This means how are they being turned away? Where are they going? Who is turning them? What is happening to them? How are they being turned away? Anna yusrafun. Okay, so yusrafun. Well, it's a funa, but when you stop, you say yusrafun. Okay, how are they turning away? Where are they going? What's happening to them? What is the state of their mind? Any element of surprise and sympathy you can mention is about the pupil's nature, that they are disputing with the signs of Allah. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning about either the same people or some other people, they are doing one more thing. Allazina, those people. Then the next word is again going back to our grammar. Kazaba are three root letters, so they belong to the group of the word we call fa'ala. The meaning of these three letters is to lie. What is lie? Something is true and you are changing it, or you are saying something which is against the truth. That is kazaba. In this case, we are going to make a bigger word. This time, we are adding a middle letter, shadda. Fa'ala. So this becomes kazzaba. Kazzaba has different meaning. Kazzaba means to deny. So what is the difference between lying and denying? A person is not telling the truth. He is lying. He is kadhaba. A person who hears the truth but denies it, rejects it, is kazzaba. So that is, if you present the truth to someone and he rejects it, then you have to use this word, kazzaba. But if the person himself is telling something wrong, he is kazzaba. In the Quran, the word kazzaba is used. So kazzaba, when you put the three fathas on them, the meaning is that he denied. Okay? Then when you put a plural, a wow, it becomes plural. Kazzabu, they denied. Okay? So alladhina kazzabu, there are some people, those who deny. What are they denying? What are they rejecting? What is that? Bil kitabi. So the kitabun is any book, but when we put al with that, it becomes some special book, and the meaning here is the first meaning here we can take as the al-kitabu, the Quran, the book, which is al-Quran. Okay, so there are, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is revealing the Quran, Prophet is presenting the Quran to the people, but they are denying, they are not accepting. So the first, and B means of, but even if you don't translate it, this is okay. But this is pointing to the Quran, because from the context we will say why I'm saying this is the Quran. So bil, when you read them together, it becomes bil kitabi. B is a harf jar. Those people who are denying, who are rejecting the book, the Quran, and after that there is a wow, and wow means and. Now there are few words after that we have to translate carefully. First of all, be and ma. Okay. Be, ma written together. Okay. Be means of or about, and we have to translate based on proper English. Or with. We will take one of these when we combine. Ma is things you something point to, that thing. Now, in the grammar, if something you are pointing to, that thing, and if it's a more than one thing, then you can translate those. Now, after bima, we will combine, but let's understand few more words after that. We'll come back to that. Arsalna. Root letters are Ruim, Ra, Sin, and Lam.
Recording in progress.
Internet keeps breaking. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Internet had problem. Okay. Rasala. Okay. Rasala means 3 letters. So this means to convey. Okay. Rasala, 3 letters, to convey. A person who conveys anything is called Rasulun. And we know these words. Rasulun is a person who gives you a message. Singular, one person. Its plural is Rusulun. So we'll need these all these words. So this is explaining. Rusulun, messengers. Okay. Now, then if I put the word na after that, na means we or us. And here we is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when we combine these two words, Rusulun and na, and this also means us. So the meaning will be messenger of us or our messenger. So combination of this will bring the meaning. First of all, combination will remove one dhamma, so it will become Rusuluna. Rusuluna means our messengers. Okay, so keep this word, we will need this word. Our messengers. Now I want to go back in the same 3 letters and add alif in the beginning to make a Babaya Fala. So it becomes Arsala. Okay. Arsala means to send or to appoint, but send is mostly used. Arsala, to send. When we put a na, it becomes a grammar. Arsalna. Arsalna means we send. Fa'alna, we did. Arsalna, we sent. So, bima arsalna, of those we sent. Bihi, with. When I'll explain, because we have to make a proper English after we combine these words. Then the word is Rosolona. Originally it's Rosolona, but it's coming as a maful of Arsalna, so it will change to a fatha, so it become Rosolana. Okay, Rosolona, our messengers. Arsalna, we sent. Bima, of that, bihi, with. So when messengers were sent, what was sent with them? The books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So all these 4 words combined together, wa bima arsalna bihi rusuluna. Combined, that meaning will be, and so allazina kazzabu bil kitab. These are the people who are denying the book, the Quran, and they are also denying all those books that we sent with our messengers. Arsalna, we sent. Rusuluna, our messengers. Bihi means with them. So what was sent with them? Books. Because the topic is about denying of the books. So if you do a fine breakdown, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying there are some people, Kazzabu bil kitabi, they are denying this book, the Quran, and wa bima, of those books, arsalna bihi rusulana, those books that we sent down with our rasuls, with our messengers. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about those special people who do not believe in any books in the past books or in the present books, in other books that messengers brought. They all of them, these people are rejecting all these books. Then Allah says what will happen to them. فَسَوْفَ يَعْلَمُونَ. Ya'lamun is from alama. Alama means to know. Ya'lamun, they will know. Okay. Ya'lamun, they will know. But when you put the sawfa, it becomes the future and soon future. Fa means then. So soon in the future they will come to know, because they will be punished accordingly. They will see the result of their denial either in this world or in the hereafter. Very, very soon it will happen. So Sawfa brings the future, near future. Fa means so, Ya'lamu. So very, very soon they will come to know why, what is the result of their denial or the consequence of their rejecting the books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And because the word sawfa is being used is soon. And then all of a sudden after that, the punishment of the hereafter is mentioned. So it seems that there will not be much time to realize. Once they are taken to the death, they will not even know how much time passed between the death and the punishment. Soon they will see the punishment. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning the punishment. These are 3 or 4 words here. Iza means when, soon in the future. What is the word? First word is ghalala. These are the root letters. The noun of this is ghullun. Ghullun is used for a collar that you put around the necks of the animals or camel or something. That's called ghullun. Okay, one collar, metal collar which is put around the neck to control the animal. Its plural is aghlalun, collars. Aghlalun is the plural, collars. Okay. Now, then you put al before that, the collars. So that's the word al will change to the maz into 1. So it becomes al-aghlalu, the collars, the shackles. Ida means when, soon when the collars will be, where these collars will be. The root letters for them is Ain, Noon and Qaf. Anaqa. Anaqun is neck. One neck. And its plural is a'anaqun. A'anaqun means necks. Okay. Then you put hum. And you combine these. Hum means them or they. And this is pointing to the people who are kazzabu, denying the books. So those people, their necks of them or their necks. Okay, so this will become their necks, and when you combine them, then one dhamma goes away, it becomes a'anaqohum. A'anaqo, but when you read this together, the word is a'anaqohum. Now put fi before that. Fi means in or around. So there will be shackles, there will be collars of steel or metal. Fi around. Now fi is a harf jar, so a'anaqo will become a'anaqi. Fi a'anaqi, around the necks. Then you combine hum for better recitation we do not pronounce hum, we pronounce him for easy tajweed. So it becomes fi a'naqihim, around their necks. Idha, when al-aghlalu, there will be collars, fi a'naqihim, around their necks. Okay, number one. Number two, the other thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning is that the root letters is Seen, Lam and Seen Lam. Salala. You make the word silsilatun. Silsilatun. What is, when we stop, we say silsala. Silsilatun. Silsila is like a chain. Even the word when used Urdu in silsila is like connecting one thing to the next. That is silsila. Silsila war, one after. So the in a chain, the little rings are connected to one another. So that is called the silsila. So silsila means chain. Okay. One chain. Salalatun is the plural. Chains. So, fi anaqihim, there will be collars of metal around their necks. Wa means and you put al salalatun, as-salalatu. Actually, this is a feminine word, but here it is a masculine, because ta marbuta is not being used here. Okay, silsila, when we say silsila, that has a ta marbuta in it. But in the chain, it is as-sala silo, the chains. So there will be chains. These people will be tied with the chains. Either there may be the chains around their neck or around their body. So this will be their condition. Then one more thing will be happening to them. Yushabun. So let's look at this word. Seen, ha and ba. Seen, ha and ba. Sahaba means to drag, to pull someone. Okay. Sahaba means to drag someone. When you put a ya in the beginning, it becomes third person, wuna becomes plural. And when you put a dhamma, it becomes passive voice. Yushabuna, they will be dragged, they will be pulled by the chains and by the aghlal. Okay, so this will be their physical condition. That it's a very strange. If you look all these things, first the neck is tied with the shackles. Then chains are put around them. Then they are being dragged. But if you read this ayat with the next ayat, fil hamimi, hamama are the root letters, ha, hamama, and hamim is used for boiling water, hamimun. Boiling water, hot water, hamimun. Then you put al, the boiling water. So this is not just any boiling water, but some very, very hot, special boiling water. Al will remove one dhamma, so it becomes al hamimu. Then fi means in, and fi will change hamimu to hamimi, harfijar. So fil hamimi. So if you read together, they will be dragged in the boiling water, which means there will be water in the tank or water in the pond somewhere, very hot water, with the chains and with the shackles. They will be dragged into that water. Summa, then what will happen after that? Summa will happen something after something else. Summa, finnari. Fi means in, annaro means the fire. So this is not a fire, this is the fire that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has started. In the fire. Then these root letters Seem, Jeen, and Ra, Sajara. Sajara has multiple meanings, but combined understanding is that first thing it means to burn, and also it means to shove something into the burning. So push someone, shove something in for the burning, in the nar, in the fire. So when you put ya in the beginning and vuna at the end, becomes the grammar of third person and plural, and ya with the dhamma is passive voice. Yus jaruna, they will be pushed to burn in the fire, finnari. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning the severe nature of the punishment for those people who deny the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They dispute the books of Allah about the ayat and the sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that their end will be that they will be brought on the day of judgment with the shackles and the chains. They will be dragged into the hot boiling water, and then they will be pushed and shoved into the burning hot fire. Okay. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us and everyone from this kind of behavior, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept and give the understanding of the Quran. Very powerful, very detailed descriptions about hereafter are mentioned in the Quran, and hereafter is the thing that people had rejected to understand or accept, but these are the explanation of the verses. Sadaqallahu al-Azim.